Now, look here. We have a paragraph tag with a class assigned to it. If you want to use JQuery to check whether a specific class is applied to this paragraph, we can use the hasClass method. By applying this method to any HTML tag, we can verify the presence of the class in question. It yields one of two results. It returns true if the class is found, or false if it is not. Let's see how this works in practice. I have created a basic structure here. As you can see, there is a heading, followed by a subheading, desk box, and a paragraph below it. Beneath that, I have placed a button. Clicking this button is what will trigger the practical demonstration for this video. Here is our HTML file. The box has an ID assigned to it, but no class. Similarly, the buttons we've created also have IDs, but no classes. Further down, we've linked an external JavaScript file, which we'll use to carry out the practical exercise for this video. So, let's get started. First, I'll add a script tag here and inside it. Let's get started. First, I'll create an event for the button. To do this, I need to define a selector. I'll copy the ID from here and create the selector. Since it's an ID, I'll attach a click event to it so that a function runs whenever it is clicked. When clicked, the code will check whether the box has a specific class applied to it, like test, for example. I'll copy the ID assigned to the box and use it to create the selector here. To check for the existence of the test class, you use the hasClass method. The syntax involves typing a dot followed by hasClass, and then, within parentheses, specifying the name of the class you want to check for, in this case, test. To check for the presence of the test class, we use the hasClass method. The syntax involves adding .hasClass and passing the class name, in this case, test, inside the parentheses. Instead of just leaving it as is, I will cut this code and place it inside a console.log statement. After pasting it there and saving the file, look here. I'll right-click and select Inspect. I'll go to the console and click on hasClass. See, the result appears because the class test is applied there. If I remove it and save the file, then click again, the result becomes false because the class is no longer present. So, you can use this hasClass method on any element. For instance, let's say I apply the class test to an H2 element. I'll update the selector here to H2 and save the file. See, the result appears. And if I remove it, I am copying the value from the school section and assigning it to a variable. Let's call it X. I've pasted the relevant code here. So, if the H2 element with the class text has a value, like true or false, that value gets stored in X. Now, I'll use a condition to check x. If the value of x is true, I want the console to display a message, for instance, yes. I can input anything here. This is just an example, and run the code. I'll use the class name test for this demonstration. Now, watch what happens. As soon as I click the button, the code will check the h2 element to see if it has the class test. If it does, it will print yes to the console. Otherwise, it will print no. Let's see. As you can see, there is currently no class applied to S2. However, as soon as I apply the test class, the result confirms it. It checks for the presence of the class. Even if multiple classes are applied, it will verify them. For instance, if I add ABC and another class alongside test, making it 3 classes in total, it will still check for the specific test class I am inquiring about. Look, when I click here, the result returns test. Similarly, if I check for ABC, which is also applied to S2, it will confirm its presence there as well. So, the answer will be yes, because I have also included the class named ABC in S2. You have seen how we can use the hasClass method to build our program and check whether that class exists. Excellent.